Hi there. I want to take a moment today. It's May 13th, 2021, and it has been an incredibly difficult, long, confusing, chaotic 14 months. And so I just wanted to take a moment to talk to you about the connection that we all need, especially now. And I'm particularly going to be talking to you about connection and how the pandemic has affected all of us in our families, and particularly our connection with our children. What I want to say is that the pandemic in the beginning slowed us all down. We kind of all went into hiding. I mean, in some ways we still are, but we all slowed down. We weren't working. We weren't in that fast-paced world that we've always been in, and things were starting to shift in some ways in a good way, in other ways obviously horribly in terms of the pandemic itself. But the parts that were really amazing were the animals, the clearing, the breath that we were able to take, the slowing down. We all really appreciated that. And then of course it got too long and we started to get back into life, and in particular things like online school restarted, and we really became heightened. We went back to trying to live our lives the way we used to, and we haven't adapted to this new change. And what I believe is so important to adapt at this time is to make sure that we're staying connected, and I'm particularly talking to parents right now, but with our children. And I want to really be clear that connection doesn't always mean hanging out with them and hugging them. It can. It just depends on your child and what they're looking for. Sometimes connection means just letting your child go do what they need to do, knowing that you're always there, right? That you're present and available if they need you. And that's a different kind of connection, because it's a trust and a knowing that we are there for each other. And to me, that's what connection is. It's not about being with a person necessarily all the time. Again, if a child wants that, go for it. But connection is also knowing what you need, right? You yourself as a parent, because maybe I'm the parent who needs that space and time away, but just knowing that my family is there for me. And I would need to communicate that to them. So we balance it out where we could take time for ourselves. We can connect with those who need us to connect physically. We can respect and understand basically the whole dynamic in the family. And I will be talking about this in another video, but it really is about our energetic selves, right? And I do coin it in terms of introversion and extroversion, but in an energetic way. To me, introversion, extroversion has nothing to do with being social. Like for me particularly, I'm a highly social introvert. So that would mean that I love being with people, I love engaging, and at the end of the day, or sometimes after a few days, I ultimately need some time to just regenerate on my own. Or in a space where there's really no demands or expectations. Anyhow, that's just an example of me. But if you're more extroverted, you will be seeking out more like connection, more engagement, and that's what fills you. So know yourself, know your children, and know that connection is the key here to making it through COVID and all of the chaos in our lives, right? So with online school, I want you to think about slowing down and taking time to connect with your children through the day. With working from home, same idea, taking the time to sort of, again, check in with a child if that's what they just need, go give them a hug if that's what they need, step away if that's what they need, and ask yourself the same questions. What do I need? And convey that to your family so that we can tag team each other. Right. So I hope that was helpful for you. And again, I really just want to emphasize that to get through this together, we really want to look at connection in this way, really respectfully, and do what we need to do for each other. Thanks so much. Take care.